Okay, to KSPQR. If I get some light into that. All right, CSA's turn. I'm going to see if I'm in focus. I think I am. Hang on. Well, we'll find out, won't we? It is 8:40 in the morning, July 1st. HETH is still the primary commander, and there's no other movement. We're still going to fight this battle line, the Union. Now, that means that the defender gets to fire first. So we add everything up. Before we do, we find out how many brigades is fighting how many brigades. Well, I've got 2 brigades. I've got Archer and Davis. That's 2 brigades against 1 brigade, Gamble. So Gamble has got to split his fire between here on Archer and of course here on Davis. Gamble has a disorganization of 9, which means he cannot be called to attack or attack, but he can defend. He's got 8 casualty points against him, and his strength points have dropped to 7. And I believe his original strength points was 16. So we add up the strength points between the 2 brigades, and we'll start this brigade first on Archer, and we've got 7, I believe. Let's see here. Yes, we do. The front is against that, and so we got 7 on the facing. He's also has a reserve of 7. But all we need is a maximum of 4 to keep him going. So I'm going to watch my flank very closely. So we got 7. And the maximum we can do here, even though there's 2 markers, I can only use 8. So 7 and 8. Best I can do to match up, he's stuck with 5. And we total those together. My math is not too hot, but we've got 8, 20 strength points added up between these 3 markers. Now I got to find the experience level, which is 7. So I take the chart, experience level, current experience level. And this is for my reference, really. I'm red, seasoned. My disorganization level is 9, which gives me 2 in experience. That was just for my own FYI. So go grab the combat fire table. See if you can see that or not, I don't know. Now the experience level we said was 2. So we go to 0 to 3. It is CAV, so we go here on the blue line. And our strength points add up to 20. So we go to 10 to 11. So that means 1 increment of 11, and for the rest I have to discard because it doesn't equal up to 11, or else I'd have 22. So I get to fire 1 time. I then roll the die. Oh, one more thing. Notice that I've got slashes here on this row for the CAV. If I get any more strength points at experience level 2, I won't be able to do anything. Anyway. So we roll the die. We get a 5. So I'm going to write down die roll 5. I'm also going to put down in parentheses 10 to 11 experience level on 2 row for future reference. This is a continuing fight, therefore -1 on the die roll. So a 5 becomes a 4. So I put down modification -1 equals 4. And then cross index. So die roll 4. Go up and cross index, and we've got 7 casualties. Now there is another modification. It is cavalry firing, so it's multiplied by 2. So that's 14. Casualties. And that computes to 1 casualty and 4 tick marks. So what I do is I find the CSA Archer. I'm going to bring this out a little bit. That's the US. I need the CSA. There you are. Find Archer. He gets 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 1 casualty, plus we got a row of 10, which makes 2. This one turns into a 3. 3 casualties and 2 tick marks. Now the next thing I do is I go for disorganization. Now my disorganization for Gamble or just wait a minute. Yes. My disorganization for Gamble is 9. So I need to look cross-index the total number of casualty points received by the current phase of the brigade's strength at the start of the phase. Okay. So my combat strength is 20. Which is right here in this range. And the casualty points received was 2. So the disorganization is 2. So he gets 2 disorganization ticks. I take this, look at Archer, I simply put 2 ticks. Then record the damage to this brigade. So casualties was 2. 2 tick marks, so I'm going to break up this and turn it into a 5. Well, maybe not. I'll take this and turn it into a 5. That takes care of casualties. And then take this, place it right there. There we go. And I gotta change this casualty total to 3. So I grab a 3. For disorganization is 1 with 2 tick marks, so I don't do anything with disorganization because all he got was 2 tick marks. Now the next thing I need to do, I'm going to keep that as 11 because the disorganization has not changed. It's only building up. Okay, let's do that again. Oh, I forgot. It's up the whole brigade, so each marker gets hit. So that becomes a 5 as well. So if you get a casualty, all the markers that is in the brigade in this fight suffers. So this becomes a 6. And I'll put it on top because that marker has been reduced to 6. There we go. And that takes care of the damage to this brigade. Now let's go to the next brigade. Gamble represents 3. I've got 8. Nothing there. So 8, 9, 10, 11. And 8 and 8, 16. 27. I already know that the experience level is 2 at this time. So I cross index 10 and 11 because I can't go any further. If I had an extra 11, I can't do anything. I'm too low in the disorganization experience level. So I'm going to stick with 10 and 11. I'm going to roll the die and cross index. I got a 6. Modifier -1 comes a 5. That gives me 8 casualties. Plus I'm cavalry, so modify it. Times 2 becomes 16 casualties. That is 1 casualty and 6 tick marks. So I go to Davis. This turns into a 3. And I already got 2 tick marks. Now I need to add 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now Davis has got 3 casualties and 8 tick marks. Before I do the disorganization, I'm going to get the casualties all worked out. Five. So the 6 becomes a 5. The 6 becomes a 5. I check to see who's underneath Davis here. All right. So that becomes 7. And I'll put that on top to let them know that the strength of that marker is 7. Then put that on top. Remove that 2. And I turn it to a 3. then go for disorganization. Casualty points again with 16, that goes to 1. So you go here, my current combat strength is 27. That gives me 1 tick mark of disorganization. So he gets, for Davis, another tick mark. So nothing changes. Okay, Gamble is fired. Now it's time for the CSA to fire against Gamble. Keep gaming.